of obstacles thrown in the way. There's a lot of, what would you call it, poltergeist activity or something. I don't know.
Believe me, I did a lot of research on it. And according to all the research, it was way worse than...
Who would sell his soul to get, money and fame.
One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking.
Fall out of line with that agenda.
Mel Gibson is on fire with some jaw-dropping Hollywood revelations that are so juicy they're practically exploding across the internet. Apparently, Hollywood is trying to silence him for exposing their secrets in his movie, Sound of Freedom. Mel has recently been making headlines due to an interview from 1998 that has resurfaced online. This interview gained traction once again following the release of his movie, Sound of Freedom, a thrilling film based on the real-life story of Tim Ballard's efforts to combat child sex trafficking worldwide. Mel Gibson has been openly supporting the movie and promoting it on social media, which brought more attention to the interview.
I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
In the interview conducted in 1998 for the show Hollywood Conversations, Mel Gibson shared some shocking insights about his experiences in the entertainment industry. While he doesn't explicitly reference the themes of Sound of Freedom, some enthusiasts and commentators, including movie producers and host of the slightly offensive podcast Elijah Schaffer, have connected the interview to the film, suggesting that Gibson may have been alluding to the dark aspects of Hollywood, particularly the alleged involvement of Hollywood elites.
You are placed on summary, that's informal probation, for 36 months on the following terms and conditions. You are to perform 16 hours of community service.
Schaffer tweeted about the interview, emphasizing Mel Gibson's genuineness and how he was warned about the evils of Hollywood in 1998 and predicted how the industry would turn against him. The tweet also mentioned Gibson's comments about the actors possibly being actual demons. The interview video, which was shortened to fit Twitter, quickly went viral, garnering millions of views and sparking intense discussions. During the interview, Mel Gibson recalled his early days in Hollywood, revealing that he had weird paranoid suspicions about the industry when he first arrived. At the time, he dismissed those thoughts as mere paranoia, but later on, he discovered that some of his worst fears about Hollywood were indeed true. He expressed shock and disbelief as if he had stumbled upon some disturbing truths. Gibson went on to discuss the issue of betrayal in Hollywood. Using a graphic metaphor of a knife being thrust into his back, he conveyed a sense of vulnerability and unease, indicating that he felt targeted and undermined within the industry. Another intriguing aspect of the interview was when Gibson recounted an encounter with a celebrity who exuded a cold and airy presence. While Gibson didn't explicitly name the individual at first, he eventually revealed that it was Christopher Walken, suggesting that Walken was the Antichrist. The statement added a mysterious layer to the interview, further fueling speculation about the darker side of Hollywood. Despite the interview not explicitly addressing the specific themes of Sound of Freedom, the fact that the movie revolves around exposing child sex trafficking and the subsequent connection made by commentators has led to significant interest in Gibson's past remarks and the potential revelations he may have been alluding to. In addition to his involvement in the entertainment industry, Mel Gibson has taken an active role in fighting against child sex trafficking. The founder of Operation Underground Railroad, an anti-sex trafficking charity, praised Gibson for providing valuable intelligence on vulnerable children in Ukraine, further highlighting his commitment to the cause. With the recent resurgence of an interview and the claims about his alleged involvement in a docuseries exposing a global child sex trafficking market, it's no surprise that Mel Gibson has become a trending topic on social media, capturing the attention and curiosity of millions of people. And if you thought that was all, Hollywood's very own maestro, Stephen Hilton, is making some jaw-dropping revelations about the elite scene. scene. You know the genius behind the movie soundtracks like Quantum of Solace and Hot Fuzz? Well, he's got a bombshell video out, and it's got everyone talking. In this no-holds-barred expose, Hilton spills the beans on some seriously unsettling stuff. Brace yourself. He's dropping allegations that Hollywood's big shots, the celebrities, and even the media are all in on this twisted agenda, messing with us in ways we can't even imagine.
It's fear. I mean, everyone in Hollywood is just after the next job, so they can't fall out of line with that agenda.
Right from the start, Hilton confidently states Hollywood celebrities, executives, and the mainstream news media are working together to experiment on us. They're pushing an agenda through the culture that's dark and twisted. And guess what? He's not taking this lightly. This is no ordinary battle. It's against an evil agenda, as he puts it. Hilton recounts a chilling encounter with a top Hollywood executive, and it's like something out of a gripping thriller. The guy had these dead cold eyes that gave Hilton the creeps, and apparently this dead-eyed lizardy thing is a common sight in the elite circle. They're bored, like really bored of their lavish lifestyles, and now they're seeking extreme experiences to fill that void. But here's the real kicker. Hilton's alleging that these Hollywood elites are into some dark, twisted stuff like child trafficking and ritual sacrifice. All because they're so bored with everything else in their lives. They've done the weirdest parties, the craziest sex, and even the cultiest things you can imagine. They're dead inside, looking for a fix to satisfy their dark desires. And you won't believe this. They're pushing for kids to transition and change genders, not because they care about the children, but just for their own amusement. Can you even comprehend that level of twisted thinking? Hilton's video is a rallying cry, urging us to stand up against the powerful and corrupt elite. He's confident, he's determined, and he's calling us to look beyond our personal battles and recognize the larger fight against those who seem to be against all of us. Sure, these allegations are hard to prove, but you can't deny they've sparked some intense discussions about the power dynamics in Hollywood and the potential for abuse. Hilton himself admits he's still figuring out what to do, but one thing's for sure, he's not backing down. So it turns out that there may be some truth to Mel Gibson's statements over the last few decades after all. Something that is a big no-no in Hollywood. Back in the early 2000s, he was the epitome of a Hollywood star and auteur, sitting right at the top of his game. People couldn't resist his captivating charm, and no wonder he was named the sexiest man alive by People magazine in 1985. Plus, he had some serious industry clout, crowned as Forbes' most powerful celebrity in 2004. Gibson's talent and dedication as both an actor and director didn't go unnoticed. His epic 1995 masterpiece, Braveheart, not only featured him in the lead, but also earned him 2 Academy Awards for Best Picture and Best Director. That's major street cred right there. And let's not forget his box office prowess, with a string of films grossing over $100 million domestically from '89 to '02. Then in 2004, The Passion of the Christ blew everyone's minds, making a staggering $600 million worldwide on a $30 million budget. Now that's what you call a smashing success. Back then, there was simply no one comparable to Mel Gibson in today's post-movie star age. Picture this: Chris Hemsworth pulling off directing like a boss, Christopher Nolan ruling the action star world, or George Clooney smashing box office records left and right. That's how impactful Gibson was in shaping the entertainment landscape. But as with any meteoric rise, there can be a dramatic fall. In 2006, Gibson's career hit a significant sag when he was caught driving under the influence and made some horribly anti-Semitic remarks. A shocker that did some serious damage to his public image. It wasn't the first time that he was linked to bigotry, with The Passion of the Christ stirring up controversy in 2004 over its portrayal of Jews, as the media uncovered more bigoted quotes from Gibson's past, including homophobic and derogatory remarks about women. His once shining career began to dim. Esteemed industry figures distanced themselves from him, and his film releases slowed down considerably. It seemed like Gibson was facing a tough battle to redeem himself. Yet, like a true phoenix rising from the ashes, Gibson didn't stay down for long. In 2010, he experienced another personal storm when allegations of physical assault surfaced during a heated confrontation with his girlfriend. Leaked tapes of their arguments further tarnished his image, and Hollywood's reaction was swift. Agencies dropped him, projects were scrapped, and it felt like the industry had closed its doors for him. But let me tell you, Gibson is not one to be kept down. In 2016, he made an astounding comeback as a director with Hacksaw Ridge, a critically acclaimed and commercially successful film that earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Director. He followed it up with Daddy's Home 2, proving that he still had that box office magic. Mel Gibson's career in Hollywood has been a roller coaster, with notable highs such as winning Academy Awards for his work, as well as controversial lows, like his arrest and the anti-Semitic rant he made in 2006. Over the years, he's faced various allegations, including one where people claimed he made remarks about Hollywood's elites engaging in disturbing practices like drinking children's blood. So it's understandable that there's been some hate and backlash on the internet, and Hollywood's being very cautious with him. But let's not forget, this is a man who's weathered storms before and came out stronger on the other side. And now Mark Wahlberg is also teaming up with Jim Caviezel and Mel Gibson to expose the powerful elite who call the shots in Hollywood. He predicts that in coming weeks, more actors will join them in shedding light on this issue, and the once untouchable elites will find themselves with no place to escape from the truth. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, ciao!